The tags for SCP-5K are incredibly misleading. Strategy and co-op would have you believe you're strategizing with your fellow players on co-op levels, but in reality, you strategize how best to murder them. The game is tagged as being a horror game, but as the video game progresses, you will see that this is actually a tactical shooter, where FPS refers to your frames per second as you load in Unreal Engine assets. Please enjoy the SCP-5K experience. I'll start by highlighting the robust and incredibly complex character development menu. Once you decide what flavor of 20 BMI you want to be, you get to pick your clan alignment. The choices are Chile, the European Union, homosexuality, and the FBI. There are also a variety of patches to choose from. I recommend reporting your friends to the FBI if they do not choose one of the silly cats, as they are likely mentally deranged and a danger to themselves and those around them. When you first spawn in, you will find yourself in abject darkness. I suggest using the intuitively mapped buttons for your lighting options. G for
Grundstücksverkehrsgenehmigungszuständigkeitsübertragungsverordnung
and N for night vision. You may notice one of your compatriots crash upon loading in, but fret not. After multiple attempts of us launching the game and multiple people crashing multiple times, I can only assume this is a feature of the game and it is working as intended. After picklocking several doors skillfully, you will realize that your friends cannot join back unless you relaunch the game. Expect this to be the norm for at least 10 minutes. Once you actually spawn in, you'll find out via the McDonald's drive-thru microphone that someone on your team did not wear one of the cat patches and that you are all under arrest.
Any surviving entry teams in Area 12. We've got additional FBI and law enforcement on their way to the site.
After not listening to any of the important information the McDonald's lady had to offer and wandering around for about 5 minutes aimlessly, I came across my first SCP. This game was my first experience with SCP culture and I had no idea what it was I was looking at. My friends referred to this entity as Peanut, and I can only assume they must have inhaled noxious gas because that is clearly not a fucking peanut. I then shortly after had my second experience with SCP culture when Peanut decided to snap my fucking neck. Sometime later, we were rushed by a horde of zombies. This is when I realized I had missed something vital that my friends had already found. After giving the zombies the London special while my fellow social workers blasted rounds off next to my head, I found the second amendment I had accidentally skipped over. Shortly after, I also found which button opens my soothing and nurturing Cocomelon tablet. Up to this point of the video, the only real horror I had experienced was the deep and forlorning look of my teammates as they gazed into my Cocomelon autism-addled eyes. That was until I faced the absolute horror of being chased down and beaten by naked homeless people. Shortly after my engagement with the local wildlife, I came across my second SCP, John Conehead himself. Sometime later, we came across the McDonald's McNugget factory, where we created McDonald's McNuggets. This is when we found the power of the left-right spam, where we all held hands in holy matrimony and spam Q&E. Insert segment where Jimbo doesn't know how to jump across a platform and is stranded and left for dead to die. And just like that, eugenics doesn't sound too bad. Just a heads up, before you play this game, I would definitely play 50 hours of Minecraft Bed Wars and learn how to butterfly click to get out of very, very nasty situations. Oh, another tip, doors and physics are completely optional. This unfortunately applies to the zombies. At this point in the game, metal detectors are introduced with the vital information: enemies will respond to sounds made by objects, like metal detectors. Be careful. This is when Jimbo not only again makes a case for eugenics, but for 60th trimester abortions.